Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. If this is your first time here, my name is Udoh, and every week I share content that can help you master your personal finance and grow your wealth. So thank you for joining me today. Now in today's video, we're going to look at financial goals before you're 30. Now, if you're new to my channel, like I said, I share content that can help you master your personal finance and grow your wealth. And these are things that are based off of my personal experience when it comes to personal finance. So I don't claim to be a guru. I don't claim to be a financial advisor. I don't claim to be a tax professional. However, I do have some experience when it comes to personal finance and wealth creation. So these are some of the things that I am implementing in my personal life to get myself to the next level. Now, this video is targeted to anyone who's under 30. While the reason why I said anyone under 30 is because when we are younger, we have different goals and different objectives. So for most people who are in their 20s, all they care about is, going out with friends, the latest fashion, the latest jewelry, the latest phones, the latest technology. They're not really paying attention to their personal finance. And unfortunately for most of us, it gets too late before we realize that we should have done things earlier to build wealth and to build financial freedom or financial independence. So this is my appeal to anyone who's under 30 right now this is December 3rd, 2021, to make sure that you set some goals for yourself. Okay, there is a window of opportunity. There is a window of time when you need to set yourself up financially. And unfortunately, most families don't teach you this. Most schools don't teach you this. Okay, people don't tell you this. So it's my place now to tell you, okay, if no one's told you this, that you have a very limited window to get things accomplished. And unfortunately for most of us, we find out when it's too late. Now, when you're young is when you need to hustle, is when you need to set financial goals for yourself. That way, you set yourself up in a position whereby, you can spend the rest of your life doing what you love and what you want, okay? You will not be subject to people dictating when you take your lunch, when you take vacations, or what neighborhood you live in, what kind of house you live in, what kind of cars you drive, what schools your kids go to if you choose to have kids. So this is my appeal to anyone who's under 30 to please sit down and map out a financial plan for yourself. Okay, you need to set financial goals in terms of monetary goals, in terms of in terms of asset goals, in terms of your net worth by the time you're 30. So if you're 20, you want to make sure that the next 10 years of your life you devote it strictly to getting yourself set up financially. Unfortunately, most people don't tell you this. I'm here to tell you now is the time. So if you're under 30, this video is for you. So what's the first thing you want to do? You want to make sure that you live within your means, which means you don't overspend, which means you change your approach to how you handle money. All right, so you want to make sure that you allocate every single dollar a job, a task. Okay, so it all starts with creating a budget for yourself. Like my previous videos, these are very basic and simple things that nobody tells you. Okay, you need to create a budget for yourself if you're in your 20s. Okay, I know you want the new sneakers, you want the new shoe, the new outfit, the new handbag, or whatever. Okay, there is a time for all that. Right now is when you need to buckle down, focus, and get yourself set up. So it all starts with having a budget. Once you have your budget mapped out, your budget will basically tell you where you stand. Okay, if you're spending too much money, or you're not spending a lot of money, or how much money you have left at the end of the month. Okay, so for someone who has a job and you're getting a paycheck, okay, you want to create a budget for yourself, and that budget will pretty much keep you on track and make sure that you don't overspend. Okay, number two, you want to make sure that you avoid consumer debt. Okay, it's very easy for us to get sucked into a new car loan, whereby you're paying upwards of $500 a month for a car payment. Okay, and cars are depreciating assets. Okay, unless that car is making you money, it's a depreciating asset, because you have to pay for the insurance, you have to pay for the servicing, you have to pay for upkeep, for fuel, for maintenance, and all those things take money away from you. So if you're young, in your 20s, and you have a car payment of $300, $400, $500 a month, then you're robbing yourself of your future wealth, because you want to drive a nicer car and impress your friends who really don't care about you. Okay, so that's the mentality most people have when they're in their 20s, because you want to go to the clubs, you want to party, you want to socialize with friends, and you feel obligated that you have to drive a fancy flashy car. Okay, so you want to avoid consumer debt. I'm not saying you can't have a credit card here and there, but you have to be very careful when you get yourself into debt, because debt is one of the things that will keep you and rob you from creating wealth for yourself. So that's number 2. You want to avoid consumer debt. All right. Number 3, you want to find ways to increase your income, such as starting a business, such as starting an online store, online business, or having a side gig. There are lots of different platforms today that you can sign up with, and you can earn some extra income, and then you can diversify that income, or invest the income in other assets that produce income for you. So that's number 3. Okay, so it all starts with having a plan, coming up with a budget. Okay, avoiding consumer debt. All right, finding sources of extra income, and then the next thing is you want to reduce your expenses, which still ties to your budget. Okay, based on your budget, it will tell you where you need to cut back on things and where you need to focus your attention. Okay, and get yourself back in line. So you want to make sure that you reduce your cost of living. Okay, which it can be very difficult to do nowadays, which is why it's advisable for most younger people to still stay at home. If you have to stay at home for a couple years, a few years, so you can save up some money and put yourself in a better position, then you'd be in a much better position compared to your friends. Okay, because most people today are coming out of college with hundreds of thousands in students loan that they have to pay back, and it makes it very difficult for you to get an advantage or get a footing in life. So you want to make sure that you try and limit or reduce your living expenses. Okay, and then finally, you want to make sure that you find ways to invest your money. Okay, investments should be top of your mind. Okay, anytime you have any extra money, it's either you're using it to pay down debt, or you're investing in income producing assets such as real estate. Okay, you want to invest in yourself. Okay, investing in yourself in terms of reading the right kind of books, going to seminars, networking with people who have a higher net worth than you do. Okay, will put you in a better position, okay, to be able to capitalize and take advantage of opportunities. Because if you're in your 20s right now and you're following these steps that I'm laying down for you, by the time you're in your 30s, you'll be pretty much in a very solid financial standing. Okay, whereby the next level will be you'll be untouchable. Okay, so these are things that are missing today that nobody's telling you. I know this is a very boring topic, but believe me, if you're in your 20s, if you're under 30 right now is the time for you to buckle down. The next 10 years should be paramount for you to get yourself set up. Okay, most of us find out too late. Okay, by the time we're in our 50s or 60s or 70s, then we find out that it's too late to make those strides. Okay, you lose the drive, you lose everything, you lose the motivation to get things accomplished. While you're young is the time for you to buckle down and get yourself going. So this is for anyone under 30. Make sure you follow these tips I'm giving you, because these are things I wish I knew when I was in my 20s. Okay, I'm in my 50s right now, and I'm trying to catch up on things that I should have been doing when I was in my 20s. So I don't want you to fall into the same predicament that most people find themselves. I'm not saying that I am, desperate right now. I am doing fine, but I just want to share this knowledge with other people to make sure that you set yourself up. So if you love my videos, if you love this particular video, make sure you share it with someone who's in their 20s or 30s that might benefit from this video. And also remember to smash that thumbs up button, and remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so YouTube will notify you of my latest videos. So thank you once more for being here, and as usual, be true to yourself, be true to your goals, and never ever give up. And I'll catch you in my next video coming up shortly, so make sure you stay tuned and watch the next video coming up. Thank you so much. Love you all. Bye bye.